Hey everybody, this is Pete Cossaboon here with the Positive Vibes Show from Project Positive Change. I'm really excited. This is a topic it's, I think, kind of important to me. I've got three of my lovely visionaries with me here. Karin Monster-Peters, got Linda Symonds, and Fiona Clark here from all over the world. So it's very exciting having an international show today. We're going to talk about finding your passion and really kind of getting your groove back. This is going to be a very interesting one where we're going to kind of split it up into different topics. And so it's going to be a multi-part show, and I'm really excited about it. So how is everybody doing today?
Great, thanks, Pete. Yep.
Great. Yeah, sun is shining here finally. So really excited for sun.
Nice. How about each one of you introduce?
There's some sun in Nova Scotia too.
How about each one of you introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about what you do, what your particular, part of this can be today. How about you, Karin? You want to start?
Yeah. So I'm actually a psychologist and a healer, and I'm actually also a passion test facilitator, which is what we're talking about today.
Nice. How about you, Linda?
I am an integrative health coach is my training, and that's a focus on mental health. But I prefer to work with women over 50 who are, kind of in the same stage as I am and have kind of lost their mojo where I was a few years ago. I totally lost my mojo, and I'm sure we'll tell more about that story later. And I'm in Nova Scotia and excited to be here. Nice.
Fiona, how about you, dear?
Well, I'm a midlife empowerment coach, but actually I've been in personal development for about 25 years. So I sort of have a huge kit bag of skills that I bring together. But my focus really now is the midlife, this time of life when we seem to have so often lost our purpose, lost who we are. And it's about regaining that. And I truly believe that it's about being magnificent. And so that for me is what midlife is. It's about being magnificent, not seeing the gloom and doom, which people love to talk about.
I love it.
Yeah.
We are all soaking in this subject right now. Do you realize that? That is so fun.
Yeah.
So I thought it turned out by the first part is like, what is passion? And why is it important? We banter this word around so much. So who wants to start? What is passion to you, and why is it important? Fiona, you want to go?
Do you want me to go? Shall I go?
Here, go for it.
I'm waiting. Passion for me, actually, I think it's something that you really feel. You've got to, it's not something that is, it's something that is within you. It is something that comes out when you feel you're in a place that you could be passionate about something that you see, but passionate about something you feel. For me, that is where my passion comes from. And I'm passionate about what I do. It's passionate about certain things within my kit bag, different skills and techniques. So for me, that is what it comes down to, really, more than it's very tangible. I think it's you just know it. It's a knowing. So that's a very, very quick one. I'm sure we'll go back into it a bit more, but I don't want the other girls to talk about it. Yeah.
Karin, how about you? What is passion and why is it important?
Yeah, for me, passion is it's exactly that. It's you feel it, and it's not only about what you want and what you like to do, but it's you feel it in the body. It's that excitement, that deep in your belly, everything is brewing and everything is coming together type energy. That is passion for me.
How about you, Linda?
Oh, I agree with the other ladies because they've hit it on the head. Passion is something that's within you. It's not something you're going to find outside. But I think passion comes when you are living in your authenticity, in your God-given gifts, if you will, or your soul calling. And that's where passion comes from for me. I can be excited about things, and I can be, interested in many things, but the things that are really come from my soul are the things that I call my passion, and that is helping people. And I also have I have two big passions in my life. One is the ocean, and one is helping people, really.
Nice. For me, I would say that passion is really kind of like your why. Passion is the energy that pulls you through when things get tough. Passion is the reason you will get up earlier in the morning and you'll do whatever it is. And sometimes perhaps we have a job we're not passionate about, but we can find the passion in why do we go to work? What is it that draws us there? Why do we need that money or the security or whatever it is we do? So I so love the idea how you're talking about how passion feels, so that people can, because we become so distant from our own body, from our own body, mind, spirit system that's here to guide us and show us, for me, what the divine is trying to express through us, because I all think that we are part of the divine expressing itself in this world. And if the divine is infinite, that means we're infinite. And it also means it should be kind of fun and passionate. That there should be, there's been so much through history where sex is wrong and this is wrong and that's wrong. But it's all, it's all about the expression of the divine and how the divine really wants to bring itself and explore itself and find new things. Is that open?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, and that's interesting with and as a passion test facilitator, what we do is that we ask people to write out 10 to 15 things that they're passionate about. And people really struggle with that. They're like, 10 to 15 things. But if it's just really about stating, when my life is ideal, I am. And you state 15 things. When your life is ideal, what are you doing? How are you spending your time? Who are you with? Where are you living? So you're looking at different aspects, and then you kind of narrow it down. So which one feels better? Because when we're living our passion, it's not about that we have to know it right now, what our purpose is going to be. But it's that when we're following our passion in the now, we are evolving into our purpose. So in that sense, we're always in purpose as long as we're in our passion. So for me, for example, right now, I have 3 children. So being a mother is very important to me in this moment. But maybe 10 and 15 years when they're grown and they're out of the house, it won't be a big part of my identity. And then maybe other passions would come along, and that will narrow down my purpose in another phase of my life. So it's really about that moment that, when you're in your passion, you're always in purpose.
And so let me ask a really kind of a sticky question. Of course. One, okay. Fiona, have you found your passion?
Yay, I have found. I've got lots of passions. Yes. In fact, passions, where do you start with them? I don't think we used to use this word, as you said, Pete, quite so much, did we? Passionate seems to be the in word, especially with coaches. But have I found my passion? My God, I found my passion years ago. And I tell you, when I first got into personal development, which was about 25 years ago, I remember being in my job and saying to somebody, I need to find something that really gives me that, that passion, that thing that just fires you up and you just want to keep going and get going and everything else. And I didn't know what it was, but I knew there was something out there that I needed. And it was only when I had a car accident. That's how I got into personal development, funny enough, how the universe takes you on a journey, literally. And I had whiplash, and this is how I got into kinesiology. And I remember thinking, oh my God, this world I didn't know existed. And it just was this excitement, but it was just this inner knowing that it just felt right. And it would just, so ever since then, I have just felt like I've been in this big bubble, if you like, of which way do I go? Because there's so many things that I have been passionate about along the journey, which is why I've changed from doing kinesiology to EFT and reflexology, because the passion actually is the goal is helping people. So it's the same purpose. I've just done it in different ways, but that has really driven me. I mean, of course, I'm passionate about my kids as well. They drive me batty, but they're 18 and 20 now. So the passion sort of changes as a mother, and I'm a single mother as well. So that's been rather challenging, but there are lots and lots of different passions, but that's just one passion really, of being able to assist other people to live their passion or to find their passion, really.
I love that. I love how you've taken it to where passion can be multifaceted and it also can change. But there is a core to it. because one of the workbooks I was really working with people is how love is really the central topic of everything. And if you take a goal, drive it down. Why do you want that goal? If you keep driving, you're going to find the word love at the bottom of it. You know what I mean? So
Absolutely.
I love how you did that, Fiona. Well, but Linda, what about you? How, have you found your passion?
Oh yes, I have found my passion, but I'm like Fiona, I have more than one passion. I have had a passion for the ocean my entire life, and that one I believe will never leave me. I have recently, in the last several years, over 4 years, because 4 years ago I was ready to commit suicide and end my life. So I've come a long way since then, and I wouldn't have told you 4 years ago that my passion was helping people. But I have developed that passion of helping women who were in that situation where I was and help them lift themselves out. It's a very difficult road to come out of that kind of deep, dark pit and find your way out. So that is my current passion. I've always been passionate about helping people in some way or another. I've worked in public service. I've always been a very giving and helpful person, but I would never have identified that as my passion or my life goal. I wouldn't have said my goal in my life, in my sole purpose is to help people. I probably wouldn't have said that. Definitely wouldn't have said it 4 years ago. I probably wouldn't have said it 10 years ago. So passions develop as we change as people and as events happen to us, and we grow. And so we have passions that, like the ocean is a passion that I've had my entire life. I actually said to my husband the other night, I said, if I had my life to live over, I'd have been a marine biologist, because I've always loved anything to do with ocean. But this passion for helping women has come more recently. And I think that we don't have to have passion that's been, our whole life. It can be something that develops as a result of some crisis or some event in our life. And then that becomes our purpose for getting up in the morning. And right now that's my big purpose for getting up in the morning.
Karin, what about you? Have you found your passion?
Well, yeah. Well, again, the same as everyone here, it just evolves. And I think the first moment that I felt like that passion was when I was first in university, actually, and I had a class on giftedness and high sensitivity. And that was the first moment that I was like, oh, it's a thing. I can specialize in this. I can study this. And I was in university just because people said you have to go to university, not because I really wanted to be there. But the moment that I realized that this was something that I could actually study and specialize in, I took off, just like, and I had that feeling, I can do this, and it was interesting. And that has been evolved throughout the years. I'm still very much work with highly sensitive people and gifted people, but also I've added the energy healing to it because it's been part of my journey. Like everybody, everything, when it becomes part of your journey, you want to share it, you want to spread the message, and also done many different modalities. There are different things. And they've just blended together into something that is now truly me and truly mine. But so that is, I think, my passion is exactly healing. It's really my thing. But it evolves as we evolve.
I love it. So I'm gonna see if we are willing to go just a little bit deeper, even, because I wonder if, because we've all kind of touched on it, really that moment when we found the passion, are we willing to go into that dark night of the soul and really talk about that turning point?
For sure.
So let's let this be the end of the first segment, and let's kind of change up my plan, and we'll go into the next segment with talking about the dark night of the soul and finding yourself in that, okay?
Yeah.
All right, y'all, so stay tuned for part 2, which is going to be where we get even a little bit deeper, and we'll be right back.